Hey there everyone, I am filming this intro from my new office space. Winter is coming and it's getting a lot colder and a lot darker, and winter is the season associated with the kidneys in Chinese medicine. The kidneys have a lot to do with the balance of water and fire in the body. And wintertime is also a time when the days are shorter and there's much less sunlight. So naturally, this is going to cause us to become sleepier during this time. And unfortunately, the hectic lifestyle of humanity does not always allow for adequate rest, and thus our kidney fire will start to burn more dimly. So the good news is that even if you are unable to get adequate sleep, you can use your yoga practice to re-energize and recharge your internal batteries without depleting your kidneys. So in this yoga practice, we're going to be using physical postures, yoga asanas, to activate the fire within. But we will be doing so very gently, because although this practice involves some core and back bends, we are inviting a softer quality into this practice space. So remembering that with the yang, there must always be a balance of yin. This is particularly important in the winter time because we must still get exercise, but exercise that is not depleting. So in a sense, we're drawing energy inward from outward instead of expelling it. Fire can either burn up or it can be used to warm, and we want to use it to warm, not char our energy. So you can set this intention before you start moving to be gentle and easeful in your movements, steady and deep with your breath, and magnetize yourself to attract energizing and uplifting qualities, not only warming your kidneys, but also your heart. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start up at the top of the mat. Take your feet together and your arms by your side for mountain pose, Tadasana. Maybe even close your eyes, extending down through your fingertips, down through your inner feet, and lengthening through the top of your head. Just take a moment here to set that intention. Taking slow, deep, even breaths in through the nose, and either out through the nose or mouth. On your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Take your whole exhale to draw your palms down toward your heart as you lift your heart up into your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, hands in front of heart and fold heart first, head last, toward your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then bend your knees. Inhale your arms up. Lift your chin. Curl into your upper back, Utkatasana chair pose. Squeeze your knees and ankles in. Lean more weight into your heels so your weight comes out of your knees. Hold here without holding your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms in front of your heart. Mountain pose. Bend your knees. Bring your fingers, your arms straight out in front of you, thighs toward parallel to the floor. Then slowly lean your weight back to your heels as you squeeze your knees in. Try your best without your hands on the floor to take your hips to your heels. Hold here, steady breath. Tone your abdomen. Then slowly drop your bottom to the floor. Lean back, keep lifting your lower back in and up. Pull your shoulders back. Take shins toward parallel to the floor. Maybe legs to straight. And hold here, breathe here. Remember, gentle but strong. Take hands behind your head. Lower halfway down, half boat. Look at your toes. Shaking is normal. Lift back up to boat. Bend your knees. Smooth like butter. Try to lean forward. Torso between your legs. Lean forward. Hips off the floor. Stand up. Reach all the way up. Exhale, arms by your side. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze shoulder blades toward each other. Work your arms towards straight. Push your hips forward, torso back, tailbone forward, throat back. Lift your chin, push your knuckles back and down. Standing camel. Keep hands bound. Inhale, lift your chest up, head last. Bend your knees, thighs toward parallel to the floor. Round your spine with your hands bound behind your back. Push your knuckles toward the ceiling and draw your shoulders away from the floor against gravity. Bring your arms parallel to the floor, look forward, lean back toward your heels. Slowly take your hips down to your heels, hold. Lean back on your bottom. Lower back lifting, shins parallel, then maybe legs straight. Hands behind head, lower halfway down, half boat. Lift back up. Slow, steady. Stand up. One more time. Similar but different, just regular chair pose. Hold. Squeeze legs in. Upper back, back bend. Shoulders back. Lift your chin slightly. Hands, arms parallel to the floor. Sit slowly toward your heels and hold. Lean back. Boat pose. Half boat. Hands behind head. Lower halfway down. Slowly come back up. Stand up. Arms by your side. Mountain pose. Take a breath. Then turn and face the long edge of your mat. Take a wide stance. Line up your wrists and your ankles out to the sides, and then turn your left toes in slightly and your right toes out. Triangle pose, lean your hips to your left, torso to your right. Try to lift your ribcage up and over toward your toes. Right hand to shin, ankle, or floor. Turn open. Push your back foot down and toward the wall behind you as you get your torso as sideways as possible. You can imagine yourself pulling the energy up from the ground through your feet and having it expand out through all points of your body, so all hands, all legs, and your head. Bend your right knee. Knee above ankle, right hand outside foot or forearm to thigh, side angle. Pull your left arm beyond your ear, push through your arm, push through your back leg, and turn open. Widen your right knee more to the right. Next inhale, stand up. Turn your right toes in and your left toes out. Lean your hips to your right, torso to your left. Reach, left hand to shin, ankle, or floor, or a block. Turn sideways. Tack your top hip back. Torso as sideways as possible. Reach out in all directions while you also energetically pull in from all directions. Side angle, bend your left knee, either forearm to thigh or hand outside foot. Reach your right arm behind your ear. Push through your right foot, twist open, reach through your right arm. Widen left knee to the left. Inhale, stand up. Turn toes in, hands to hips, shoulders back, hips back, reach heart first forward. Head last, go all the way down to your thighs. Hands to the floor, pull yourself in between your legs, lift your shoulders away from your ears and onto your back. Push down through the top of your head, push down through all four corners of your feet, and lift your inner arches of your feet up. Next inhale, lengthen your spine. Take your left palm directly under the center of your sternum, right hand to your right hip. Now turn your torso without taking your hips with you to the right. So watch out for your hips swinging to the right. Push your inner left thigh to the left as you twist your torso to the right. Maybe lift your right arm straight up. Point your palm to the right. Switch. Right hand where left hand was. Push through your palm, left hand to left hip. Twist to the left as you push your inner right thigh to the right. Stay here or lift your left arm straight up. Lower your hand. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again in between your legs. Lengthen your spine. Hands on hips, shoulders back, stand up. Now keep your legs as they are. Push your hips forward, shoulders back, lift your sternum, do an upper back bend here. Curl back without holding your breath, without cutting off the back of your neck. So keep the back of your neck long the whole time. Lift your heart and head. Come back to neutral, and then step your feet together. Turn and face the front of your mat. Take your hands to the front, feet to the back for a downward dog. Hold here, push your hands down and forward, feet down and back. Lift your armpits away from the floor. Pull your ribs toward your spine. Nice full body stretch. Step your right foot between your hands for Anjaneyasana. Lower your left knee to the floor. Push down through your legs, lift your torso, lift your arms, stretch up. Keep pushing your hips, tailbone forward, lift out of your hips with your torso. Maybe join your palms. Maybe curl back as you set your hips a little deeper toward your right heel. Unfurrow your forehead. Try not to clench your eyebrows or your jaw. Lower your hands to the floor inside your left leg, and then turn your right toes in slightly. Turn your left shin parallel to the short edge of your mat for a gatekeeper. Stand up on your legs. Take right hand to your right leg, left arm straight up, turn to the left, and then lean to the right. Hold steady here. Inhale, come back up. Take your hands to surround your right leg, lift your right toes up, and then fold heart first, head last toward your right leg. Maybe walk your hands forward. Allow yourself to fold all the way forward towards your right leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step back, downward dog. Step your left foot forward, Anjaneyasana. Right knee down, tailbone forward. Lift your torso, lift your arms. Inhale, rise up. Root to rise, press tailbone forward. Lengthen out of your hips, really curl back. Pull all that energy in. All that energy, you're creating all that heat. Direct it inward. Lift back up. Turn your left toes in. Right shin back. Straighten your left leg. Lift your torso up. Left hand to thigh. Right arm up. Twist to the right as you lean to the left. Parigasana, gatekeeper, second side. Inhale, come back up. Turn to face your left leg, lift your toes up, turn your right shin back, and then fold forward over your left leg. Steady breaths. Walk your hands back, step back, downward dog. Come to the top of a push-up, plank pose. We're skipping the chaturanga. Start to dip your hips toward the floor as you push strength through your arms. Pull your shoulders back, lift your heart forward, and then roll over to the tops of your toes. Curl back, breathe, upward facing dog. Lift your chin, maybe close your eyes or look toward the tip of your nose. Keep your back bend. Bend your elbows so your hips come down. So you're now in a high cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, elbows in toward your torso. And then slowly start to bend your elbows more so your torso slowly lowers down. Go all the way down to a low cobra. Hold. And lift your hands off the floor, feet off the floor. Point your toes and kneecaps straight down. Maybe lift your torso a little higher without your hands. But keep breathing slow, steady breaths. Slowly come down, rest one side of your face on the floor, on your hands. Relax everything. Switch the other side of your face down. Come back to a downward dog. Take your right knee behind your right wrist for pigeon prep. Lower your left knee behind your right heel and slide it back. Square your hips forward, tailbone forward, lengthen through the top of your head. Start to curl back. but keep the tailbone pushing forward as you curl back to help stabilize your lower back. You can stay working here or bend your left knee without holding your foot with your hand. Point your foot straight up so it's not leaning into the right. Hold that there. Then take right hand in front of your right shin or on your right thigh. Take left hand straight back and grab your foot inner edge. Push your foot into your hand so your armpit stretches. And then pull back with your hand on your foot without bending your elbow. Quad stretch, bend your elbow. Pull your heel towards your outer left hip. And then square your hips and torso more forward. Watch out for the giving up of pressing tailbone forward. Keep pressing your tailbone forward. Lift your heart, shoulders back. Feel free to stay here or mermaid. Take your left elbow around the top of your left foot, fingers pointing up. Take your right arm straight up, bend your elbow and grab your fingers by your left ear. Only grab your fingers as long as you don't lean to the side to do it. So you only want to grab on as long as you can stay straight up so you're not hurting your back, your spine by torquing your spine to the left. Come back to downward dog slowly. Deep breaths. Left knee forward. Squeeze your legs in. Tailbone forward. Lengthen through the top of your head. Shoulders back. Breathe. Heart bright. Without your hand, bend your right knee. Point the sole of your foot straight up. Use your leg muscles. Left hand in front of shin. Right hand back, grab your foot. Kick your foot back into your arm so your arm stays straight, but pull against your foot with your hand. Pull heel to hip, quad stretch. Square your hips and torso forward. Stay long through your spine. Breathe. Mermaid. Elbow around your right foot, fingers up. Kick back, lift your left arm up, maybe grab your fingers. Otherwise, just go somewhere before. Along the way, you can just have your arms in the shape. Breathe. Downward dog. Slow. Knees to the floor. Take your hands back a little bit. Keep your hips high and then root your inner thighs back and wide so your sitting bones separate. And then pull yourself forward. Take your heart and your chin to the floor between your hands. Hold here. Walk your hands back a few inches. Pull your shoulders back. Knees push down and forward. Chest push down and back. Push back up. Child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Take your shoulders on top of your knees. Palms pointing up by your legs. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Deepen your breath. Place your hands by your shoulders, shoulders back, lift your chin, come all the way back down onto your belly. From here, bend both knees, Dhanurasana bow pose, reach back, grab your feet. Push your feet toward each other and then back into your hands. Pull your shoulders back and then use your feet to push into your hands to give yourself a nice big chest stretch. Tailbone forward. Pull your ribs back and then start to curl back. Try to lift the front of your rib cage up and forward. Stay here, kick your feet up, knees off the floor. Feel free to rock forward and back on your abdomen. Slowly lower down, rest. Feel free to do reverse windshield wipers. Let your feet go side to side. And roll onto your back. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Sukhi Randrasana. Widen your right knee to the right. And then pull your legs slowly toward your chest. Grab your left thigh or shin. Pull your legs in as closely as you like, and then feel free to rock side to side on the right side of your back. Tibetan weaponry, also known as cat pulling its tail. Let go of your left shin, keeping your ankle crossed over your knee. Take your left foot to the floor, and then roll to your outer left thigh and the sole of your right foot. You can stay here squeezing your ankle and knee together, or start to point your right knee toward your face. Grab your outer right foot with your left hand and your inner foot with your right hand. Then pull your left heel down toward your left hip, and then kick your right foot to the left. Maybe straighten it, maybe not. Tack your outer right hip away from your right shoulder, and then your right shoulder back toward the floor. Turn your torso more toward the ceiling. Bend your knee, point your right knee back up, let go of your feet, come back up, hips to center, let go of your foot, and then take your left ankle over your right knee, widen your left knee to the left, then pull your legs in, grab your right thigh or shin, use your arms to pull your legs in more closely, and maybe rock side to side on the left side of your back, over your left kidney. As you start to cool down, you can imagine all of that warmth moving toward your kidneys, into those lovely little things in your mid-back that have so much potential. They do so much for us every day without us even thinking about it or realizing it. They are one of the most hardworking organs in our body. So this time is wonderful that we're giving it to help, to heal, to promote health, to feel better, to bring more love and energy to. Take your left or your right foot to the floor and roll over to your right thigh. Cat pulling his tail, Tibetan weaponry. Stay here, grab your left foot with your right hand, right foot with your left hand, right heel toward your hip. Kick your left leg towards straight. Tuck left shoulder back, left hip away from left shoulder. Gently bend your left knee, point your knee up, and then slowly come back up, hips to center. From inside your legs, curve outside your feet, happy baby. Push feet and hands into each other. Maybe rock side to side across both kidneys. Slide your hands to the tops of your ankles. Pull your heels close to your sitting bones. Let your knees widen to the sides. Let your legs totally relax, allowing gravity to pull. Use your arms to pull your legs back in. Wrap elbows around your knees. Feel free to hook fingers, wrists, elbows. Maybe do a little more rocking on your back or just be still. And as you're ready, come all the way down to rest for Shavasana for a couple of minutes here. Allow everything to relax. Your mind to rest on a steady point. Take a full breath in through your nose. As you exhale, let it out with a sigh. Bring slow, gentle movements back into your body. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms over your head. Full body stretch. Stretch your arms and legs away from each other. And gently bend your knees. Roll over to your side. And slowly make your way back to seated. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. If you enjoyed this practice, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe now and hit the little bell so you never miss a class I post. Have a wonderful rest of your day.